Yo, people them. I feel like turning this into this. Run the clip. Hey, it's your boy Take 2 Customs. What are you lot saying? This is how we're gonna get it done. Wasting no time, we're gonna kick things off with the prep work. I've removed the laces and I'm now gonna prep the surface with a bit of acetone and a cotton round. I've been having really good success with preparing the lace holes first, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to use a drill to prep the holes ready for the laces. Remember that one kid you never quite got on with growing up, but 20 years later you see them and they ain't half bad? Right now, that's me and taping. Right now, we're not boys, but we're getting along. So let me take these things up. Now these things are all prepped up and ready for paint. I'm going to keep things simple, but I'm going for a deep metallically grey kind of colour to complement something I'm going to try later on. So let's mix this thing up with a bit of toothing. Now that the paint is ready, we're good to go. Let's lay down some paint. You guys already know how we do things around here. We're gonna build up these layers low and slow to achieve the best possible finish. Base coat done. No drips, no fade marks, no areas of low colour, looking just the way it's supposed to. So now we've got a good base, we can work on those stencils. And for the first set of stencils, I'm going for a Samoan print to match the theme of the custom. But I'm going to hit you guys with today's lace up, which is to keep your honour intact. When I was younger, I grew up watching the WWE, but as I got older, I fell off. But lately, I've been really getting back into it, and the biggest storyline right now is the Samoan dynasty, the bloodline. The storyline is all about family, a code of conduct, and mostly honour, which had me thinking of how crucial it is for us to keep our own honour intact, to be men and women of our word, to be able to hold ourselves accountable, to have a code of conduct which our actions have to follow. So I challenge you, no matter the personalities that surround you, the environment that you work in, or the family you belong to, strive to keep your honour intact. Also, big up the boy Jay Uso for doing his thing. Yeet! Now I've regained my composure. A whole design change later, I finally managed to lay down the stencils. Usually this will be the point where I lay down flat black, but we're gonna try something new. I'm gonna try the black 3.0. I've seen a lot of people use it to achieve absolute black. The instructions say to dilute the acrylic paint with just plain water, and it will be good to brush apply and spray apply. So let's put it to the test. We're at a street, so he's getting his younger, telling him we're about to send him up. Only do personal link up if it's a man that he deals with on regular. These times that's what I'm telling. I've got to keep it 100 with you guys. This paint would not spray, and each time I tried, it took me 20 plus minutes to unclog my airbrush. Whatever you guys do, do not use an airbrush with this paint. Back to the drawing board. Sometimes old school is best, so I'm using a paintbrush to apply the paint. This paint is not for beginners. You have to get the consistency just right. Too thin, it won't stick. Too thick, it won't spread. but I've committed. This paint will lay down by fire and by force.
Doing up prison workshop, schooling the youngers just like on a block. Telling them what's all been happening outside, truthfully it went a lot. They're trying to groom me all and I bring in ting and I hear that dog.
After a brutal learning curve, the paint is finally laid down, and to its credit, this is the flattest black paint I have worked with. Wasting no time, back to the cricket cutter to chop up the next set of stencils. And thankfully, this time around, it is going a lot smoother than the last time. No headaches, no stress, just what I needed. Now I've got one stencil down, time to do the rest, making sure I wrap up the rest of the crepe to protect the design.
I'll just be telling all my brothers, please, tracking that dough when you level up. Don't wanna have to be doing our physics and telling you peace cause they hemmed you up. You're getting them high, but please keep it low when doing your thing on your cellular. The one you want, I'm telling ya. Got too many friends selling Jenifer. I'll just be telling all my brothers, please.
Because the colours I'm painting over is so dark, as always, we're going to be making a halfway colour to lay down as a base coat. I fumbled the bag in such a time-consuming way, but you guys will see that later on. The signature colour of Roman Reigns and the Bloodlines ring gear is red, so I'm going to be mixing red with a splash of neon orange just to give it that extra pop. I'm curious, for those of you who are or used to be WWE fans, who is your favourite wrestler of all time? Throw it down in the comment section. Right, so the paint is laid down cleanly, but why I generationally fumbled the bag is that acrylic paint such as Angelus struggles to lay down on top of acrylic paint with texture. It simply wasn't designed for that. So when I took off the taping and the stencils, I saw the worst colour overspray I've done in years. I've got way too much love and respect for you guys to subject you to watching me paint correct. So I did it off camera and brought back the custom to a much better position. While the black 3.0 gives a deep, rich black, the chalk-like pigment rubs off on your hands, and I do not want to produce a custom that's not wearable, so I'm going to seal it in with a bit of matte finisher. True say, I've lost some of the depth of the absolute black, but it is a worthwhile sacrifice to ensure that the crepe is wearable and durable. Now the paintwork has been completed, I can unwrap the taping on the others. A major part of the Bloodline story was the battle to become tribal chief, centered around the Ula Fala, a traditional Samoan necklace symbolizing one's position at the head of the table. But it left me with one problem: how to attach it to the crepe. But the sneaker community always comes through. I've been seeing people use roundhead rivets with a screw to attach various accessories to Air Forces. And it's quite simple to use. All I've got to do is use my hole punch to punch a hole in the leather, then use the provided screw with a Phillips head to tighten and clamp it to the crepe. Bada bing, bada boom, all sorted. Now all I've got to do is attach, glue and fasten the gemstone chain. Yeah, looking seriously clean. Right, let's finish off taking the rest of the tape to see where we're at with it. Considering how much paint has gone down, I'm impressed that we've only got minimal overspray. Keeping the quality high, we're gonna grab some acetone and a cotton bud and remove as much of the overspray as possible. And using a bit of flat black just to touch up and mask any remaining overspray. Low key, this is my favourite part, the laces, because it means we're not too far off. I'm gonna use a little bit of tape to wrap around the ends to make it way easier to lace up. We're almost there. We just need to use some shrink tubing to sort out the aglets. I'm gonna cut it to size, slip it onto the laces, and trim the ends. I'm gonna use my air gun to apply steady heat to lock in the tubing. Not forgetting my precision snips to give the tips a skin fade. If you know, you know. And just like that, we're done. I'm sorry that this one took so long. Even with the highs and lows, I've learned a lot along the way. I don't think you're ready, but if you are, I'm Tier 2 Customs, and this is what I do, and let's show it off.
Acknowledge me.
I'm hitting you guys with the Air Force One Bloodline Customs, an Air Force One dripping in a Samoan print, splashed with Bloodline graphics, rocking a gemstone Hop Flava, wrapped in red rope lace.
Oh my god.
Yeah, boy.
I can't tell you how much I love the way these turn out. Guys, remember to always keep your honor intact, no matter where you are or what you're doing. And I know whoever's stepping in these is going to be walking in honor. Do me a favor and stomp all over that subscribe button and turn notifications on to stay locked on what's coming next. And that's me done, people them. Tier 2 Customs signing out. Listen, God bless, and remember to always walk in your creativity. Peace. If you want to see how I made graffiti Air Force Ones, say less. Clickety click right there.